What's good, everybody? It's your boy Warren Williams on another episode of Core Undisputed. Today, if you've seen from the title, we're going to talk about the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So today, if you've watched Marvel has had a lot of success. We already know Marvel movies go dumb. They've been going dumb for the past decade, even better than DC. We'll talk about DC because they're already in a bad shape and it's a mess over there. But anyway, Marvel always seemed to have it all together. Always seem to link every movie to something, even to the point where they've made conspiracy theories. Like, people make conspiracy theories from left to right. It really just brings up the hype, and then Marvel knows how to make a twist. They always know how to make a twist. But a lot of people have been debating, has MCU fallen off? Now, this is a debating channel, disputing, I'm going to tell you my opinion. Y'all can tell me y'all's opinion. Me personally, I don't think the MCU kind of fell. I think it kind of fell off, but I feel like the reason why it's in the state that it's in is, one, Endgame and Infinity War. You literally had the highest stakes in that movie. Like, literally half of the universe was wiped out. Half the population of every planet wiped out. Literally was just a nail-biting fight in Infinity War and in Endgame. Drama was there. Build-ups were there. Some nostalgia. It was a lot of things going on. Like, you had it all. And I think now it's like, how can I outdo myself when I've literally done, like, probably the highest of the highest stakes, basically. Like, how can I make this better? How can I get the stakes even higher? I've already wiped out half the universe in one movie. Half the universe. Let people live with that for 5 years. Like, in the movie, 5 years, half the universe was wiped out. Like, people were living with that long. So, my thing is, like, how can you outdo that, for one? Two, the main actors in the MCU are getting older. They are. And now it's time for the MCU to think about, how are we going to continue to do what we've been doing? All right? Because let's just be honest. Robert Downey, I think Downey or Robert Downey, I think. If I botched his name, please forgive me. But Robert Downey, he's 57, people. How much longer do you think he can keep up with MCU? Downey's 57. Chris Evans, he's 41. He's not that old, but still, the age is catching up to him. Chris Hemsworth, Chris Hemsworth is not that old. He's 39, so he can keep going for a good minute. But still, though, can't do it forever. And those are just three of the main actors that I just told y'all about. So, we're on to number 3. I'll admit, I think Marvel at some points is experimenting. And at the same time, trying to find something to kind of connect to the next storyline. Because the next storyline, I think, let me see. Avengers Secret Wars. All right. And of course, they have a lot of other movies coming out. Probably even a good amount of series coming out as well. But right now, what we got is Ant-Man and the Wasp. Quantumania. That's out right now. Right now, it's doing some pretty good numbers, actually. I think this movie really helped revive the hype around the MCU because a lot of people, and especially Black Panther Forever, that really helped as well because a lot of people said, "Oh, that movie was great." I watched it myself. Haven't watched, excuse me, haven't watched Quantumania, but don't worry, I'm gonna get there. But Black Panther Forever almost got $1 billion in box office, and I think it did well. I think that is what really brought the MCU back on the map. But when it came to some series like She-Hulk, kind of it just wasn't that good. Okay, because in my opinion, She-Hulk, I want to make something clear. I don't hate women. Don't be coming after me saying I hate women. I actually did try to give it a try, and it wasn't just one episode. I watched the whole thing. And it just I saw the goal, but it just wasn't really exciting to me. And I feel like in the MCU, the audience that they were trying to the what they were trying to do didn't correlate with the audience they have. Because in the MCU, these are superhero fans. They're looking for a fight. What they were trying to get is kind of a Law and Order kind of thing, kind of combined superhero with Law and Order, I guess, a little bit. I'm gonna say it didn't really. I just don't think that was the way to go. Only because, like I said, audience didn't correlate with what you've been putting out there with She-Hulk. I'll admit, the series, some of the series have been doing good. Some of them been, it's been a hit or miss with the series. But like I said, Black Panther, Ant-Man, doing numbers, really been reviving the hype around it, and I'm curious. I'm curious to see what Secret Wars is gonna have, because right now, let me just. Because right now they're trying to revive a lot of things. So it's Quantumania. Then they're bringing back Guardians of the Galaxy. I wonder how that's gonna be since, Gamora, the team aspect and everything. Especially Gamora, since originally from Infinity War, she died, and the Gamora. I don't know if Gamora's in it. I think she is. The Gamora they have is not from their timeline. The Marvels, Miss Marvel. I haven't watched Miss Marvel yet. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I heard that was a good movie. I think that's gonna be a good movie. Captain America, that's gonna be interesting because we're trying to see, okay, how's Captain America gonna be put in this? But as of right now, they have a new Captain America, which is Falcon, which I'm cool with. Thunderbolts. Do I know what the Thunderbolts are? It's coming out next year. I'm not too familiar with the Thunderbolts, I don't think. Blade. This is the movie that they cannot mess up. Blade has to have a perfect cast and everything. But I will say, if you didn't know, for my history people out there, Blade is actually what really helped the MCU keep afloat, because Wesley Snipes was a good character. The movies were good and everything, and it really brought them a lot of money. And without that movie, they probably would have had to file for bankruptcy. So, shout out to Blade. Shout out to Blade. My fault. Anyway, Deadpool's probably going to be a good movie. Like I said, the Fantastic Four, I'm curious to see how this is going to transpire. Who are the cast? Because the cast are important. Okay? If you haven't seen some of the past Fantastic Four movies, I suggest you check them out, because I remember one Fantastic Four, they put Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch. That Fantastic Four, I was like, it could have been better. Just in terms of cast, it's nothing against, Michael B. Jordan as a black man. It's just, it's kind of hard to grasp white sister, black brother type thing. I think so. It wasn't really, yeah, you feel me? But the cast, well, what is it? Okay, so that's gonna be released in 2025. The cast haven't been picked out yet, which I'm cool with. Like I said, this is something. Fantastic Four, I feel like that's gonna be a pivotal piece that's really gonna show the direction of MCU and where it's headed. And if you have good cast, good actors, and everything correlates with one another, it's gonna be a showstopper, for real. And then Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, that's gonna be related to, well, Kang. And I already know what I'm familiar with that department since I've seen the cartoons and everything. That's gonna be something interesting, and I've been waiting for them to bring back, that species, the Kang species, especially since we haven't seen it in a while. There's a lot of things that, the MCU, they've portrayed in cartoons and comics, but they haven't portrayed into the actual movies. So right now, they're just trying to bring back everything they can bring back, especially since, like I said, MCU needs some more hype. We need some more heroes. MCU, the comics, the cartoons, like the shows and everything, they all have what you need. They just need to now figure out how to fit it into the storyline so it can all connect. And not only that, make sure that it's good. Make sure you have a good cast. Make sure you have a good hero, good villain, design, costume, powers, everything. The MCU right now, I'm not saying like it's falling off like this, but I will say right now, at some points, it's like, it's got to stay consistent, especially when it comes to the movies. When it comes to the movies and the debut of new heroes and villains, you gotta pay attention to detail is everything. Attention to detail. That's it. And then we get to Avengers Secret War. Avengers Secret War, how good that's going to do is going to be based upon the past movies. The movies starting from like Wakanda to now, even Quantumania. Every movie has to be consistently good. Every movie has to line up. Okay? And every movie, like I said, the cast are important. You have to have a good cast. If you don't, or if the cast are kind of like outliers, it's going to throw things off really quick. And I've seen it, people. I have seen it. So I say be on the lookout. I'm going to talk more about Marvel. I want to talk more about the DC comics. I actually have friends who, talk about Marvel, talk about DC, talk about a lot of these things. And I'm definitely want to invite them onto my YouTube, just to talk to them about that, get their input and everything. But this is my input about the MCU. The MCU just has to, they're in crunch time, in my opinion. Because like I said, Endgame was literally a great movie. High stakes and all. But outdoing Endgame is going to be tough. It's really going to be tough, people. Because if you, for all my Marvel fans, you guys know what was in that movie. Okay? So the movies that are coming up and the movies that are out right now have to be consistent. They got to be good. They got to be good. They got to connect. There can't be any big outliers. They're going to be outliers, of course, but there shouldn't be anything that's going to like disrupt the whole thing all the way to Avengers Secret War, because Secret War is going to be Avengers. The MCU, I feel like Secret War, that's the blockbuster. That's going to be the blockbuster movie that's going to matter the most. But it can't be a blockbuster movie if all the rest of the other movies, like Avengers Kang Dynasty, the Fantastic Four, Deadpool, Blade, Thunderbolts, all these other movies don't connect. Or if they're not that good. Or they just don't have a good cast. They don't have good people, good cast members portraying that hero. And like I said, the debuts gotta be good, because you're debuting Kang. You're debuting them. That species gotta be good. Fantastic Four, I ain't gonna lie, Fantastic Four is gonna be the hardest one because you have to have a good cast for those characters. The actors gotta match the personality. They really do, people. Like, you can disagree with me all you want, but in my opinion, Fantastic Four is gonna be a hard one to debut because there's been other debuts. Okay, Deadpool, you don't really have to do too much for Deadpool. Deadpool has been good thus far. The first movie was good. Second movie was good. Just got to capitalize on the third movie. The Thunderbolts, now I'm not really familiar with them as of right now. I got to get back into my MCU bag, which I've been doing. I've watched shows and everything, comics, all of that. The Thunderbolts right now, I'm not too familiar with. I may have to wait until, because I think it's coming out 2024, yes. 2024, when they do the trailer, I may be familiar with it. And then, I'm going to come back on my YouTube and tell you guys about it. But Thunderbolts right now, that's a debut movie for some new characters. Gotta be good, especially if you're going to add them into the mix of what the Avengers have. Captain America, I think Captain America is definitely the capitalization point too of the Avenger Kane Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars, actually. Captain America got to be good, especially since that was one of the first movies for the MCU that really popped and really showed that, okay, the MCU got something going. You know what I'm saying? Captain America, how that's portrayed and everything. It's not really characters, because I already know if the Falcon's a good Captain America in my opinion. But I will say, if you're trying to bring back Chris Evans, got to do it. The transition to bring him back into the fold, into the mix, has to be smooth. It has to connect, and it has to be good. All right, the Marvels, Miss Marvel, good character. Not really a debut, but I will say you got to capitalize on that second film. You feel me? Guardians of the Galaxy. That one, I'm curious to see how that's going to be. And Ant-Man and the Wasp right now is doing really good. And they got Jonathan Majors on that movie, which I know Jonathan Majors is going to do good. You feel me? But all in all, though, the MCU right now is doing good. Movies coming out, they're coming good. Now it's just to keep consistency and to just, take your time with the movies. Don't make the audience think that this is a rushed film, because some people, when it came to Black Panther Forever, felt like it was a little rushed. And you don't want your audience members to feel like that, okay? But that is all I have. Like I said, I'm going to talk about literally almost everything on this YouTube channel. Like I said, you can debate all you want to, put in the comments if you like some stuff, you don't like some stuff, you want to add some points, you feel me? I'm not that guy that's going to, dismiss you or anything like that. But all in all, hope you all have a good day. Stay blessed. Peace.